Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Against the Storm, where today hopefully we are clearing out this seal once and for all. We are very close to completing Blood of the Stag. We have the clearings set up for the 4th seal, and now it's just a matter of finding something to finish this off and then remembering what the hell the 3rd seal is, because I honestly have no idea. You'd think, having done this so many times, but no, in fact. So let's get this open, and we'll figure some things out from there. Hopefully before the storm. I don't know exactly where we're at with people. I mean, we're working hard to produce food and clothing. Like, I guess I could be favoring. We could be in blue right now. Okay, so we got a large clay node, which is pretty rad. Clearance water geyser, also rad. And a harmony spirit altar, which unfortunately does not give us the option for resolve gain or reputation gain. This does, though. Where are we at? We are at 11 tools, but I think our tool production machine is still running, right? Yeah, we're still building stuff. We'll get there. We'll get there. That will be the end. Okay, so what does this do? If we don't solve it, obviously, it's pretty bad. If we do solve it, and it just so happens we have the resin to get the job done, it becomes the one that adds 2 to global resolve for each service building. That's fantastic, actually. And more harmony. I don't think I actually took the thing that lowers hostility from harmony, but it's still a possibility that we could gain it in the future. So fulfilling more empathy goals is definitely a good thing broadly. And also, there's no reason to wait at all on this. Just go get it. Okay. So yeah, what we're waiting for then mostly is completion of that. Also, potentially, like, we don't need any of this stuff, right? All we're really looking for is service buildings. That was true then, and it's truer now. We have a need for leisure and treatment. Like, specifically, we're looking for a religion service building, though, right? So that's a little bit of a bummer. We can, of course, set up another plantation, and I don't think that would be a bad idea. And then we can have our woodcutting crew focus on these large trees for a while. Because this should be enough glades for a bit. Okay, do we have... We have a smokehouse over here. Yeah, like we have the incense, but we don't need to make the incense until we have the other thing going, obviously. Let's get some roads extended. And yeah. There we go. I think that makes sense. We'll probably want to get the geyser. Well, honestly, I don't even know if we do need the geyser running. We have buildings that would prefer clearance rain engines, right? So I suppose that's a good reason. But it's certainly not like critically important. So for now, all there is to do is let stuff run, let the buildings catch up, and wait for the tools to build. All right, we have lots of mushrooms. They're all small deposits, it looks like. Yeah. Okay. It's not ideal, but it's better than not running them. Plus, this is some harmony decorations, although I think we're still a little pressed for space around the hearth here. I don't know that we can actually move these over. Okay, so we effectively have 19 tools. Does this... Okay, we are working as best we can here. I think turning the speed up on this all the way is probably a good idea. Oh, we should definitely use Crystallized too if we can. We should definitely go ahead and just pay that cost now. And holy hell, are we not happy? Plague of Fire. Fuel in the settlement's warehouses is disappearing rapidly. Not a good thing. Well, shit. This is pretty bad. Like, this is a lot of misery, and unfortunately, we are out of miracles. Yeah. I mean, the looming darkness is just, it's getting to be a lot. And without our service buildings up, we just don't have... Also, it's worth noting that right now we're getting almost none of our food benefits. People are just not... We're not producing enough food. Which is crazy, because we have like a wild amount of food, but it's just berries. Just like all we have is berries. Yeah. That's pretty grim, actually. Now that we will have, in theory, clearance water. Unfortunately, drizzle water is what is used in like all of our important buildings, all the important buildings in our food chains. So we can't really solve any of these problems with the water that we have. The provisioner can make more flour. We're about to be working mushrooms, so we'll have mushroom flour. Oh, there's this. Yeah, can I get a couple of spare humans? Do we have humans who are working jobs? Here we go. If we can get this finished, in theory, we can get humans working it. If I put humans in right now... No, they don't get the comfort bonus just yet. I had such hopes. Alright. If we can get human resolve up a little bit... I mean, we're completing some pie, we're completing some other stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's a lot to do about this. This is frustrating, but I think we kind of just have to watch the suffering occur for a little bit. Really, 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 really wish we could get this lower. We're burning flowers, which is good. How are we on that, by the way? Short. Real short, actually. The one harpy working alone did not have enough time to deal with all the cysts, unfortunately. Okay, we have newcomers available. We can pull in up to 3 harpies, and when we pull in 3 harpies, we also gain a bunch of coats. Pulling in harpies early actually might do us some real good then, with the coat bonus. Okay, I just assigned you to... I just assigned someone to do that. Do we need to have that person leave immediately? Wow, human happiness actually fell instead of rising. You know? Maybe I do need to just grab people for the coats. This is not so many people that will go up a level of hostility, but my actual hope is that we will lose enough people that we will drop a level. And with only 36 to go, that's not unreasonable. Yeah, I think we're not going to take people because I'm hoping to drop a level of hostility. Okay, Druid. Got to get replaced. Frog. Oh, Blight Fighter is already dealt with. Other one is probably not super critical. Human Builder left. If we lose a Harpy now, I can't finish that order off of the next pull-in, but also I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. I cannot make them gain 12 resolve right now, so. Okay. We're almost in a place where we can do something about it. Yeah, this storm is pretty miserable. I feel like I'm trying so hard to maintain, and every storm is just like there's one factor that puts us just out of reach of everything being okay. I don't know. There's nothing. It feels terrible to just like wait, but there really is not anything we can do most of the time here. I guess we can avoid losing a frog probably with a little bit of dancing. Harpies we cannot avoid losing almost ever, which is a real shame when the harpies are the only ones that you have an order for. Okay. Packs of provisions for every new villager. Trade routes are faster. Trade routes are less expensive. Burn cysts, remove more corruption. I mean, I think we're keeping the corruption under control. I might do peasant supplies just for the sake of the extra trade value, and in fact turn off provision packing here, and then we go grab this. We turn off the use of this stuff for the moment. Try to save it for when it's most important. Herbalist. Explorer. Blight Fighter. Yeah, it's probably worth putting 2 people on this. Or actually, I didn't assign these people yet. These should not be humans. These should be anything else. Okay. You know, honestly, Harpy friendship would be pretty worthwhile, I think. Ways of the Forest would be pretty cool, but purchasing all of the amber for that seems like it would be a huge pain. We still don't have any ability to... What does our current service building do? It gives education. So we could buy a bunch of scrolls and just hold them. Yeah, we'll turn off scroll usage as well. Try to push through the next storm that way. Okay, we're almost ready for this. We are, in fact, ready to assign 2 people to this. So let's get this done. Alright, that's about done too. And I mean, during the non-stormed parts of the year, we're doing great. The easy part's easy, it turns out. Who would have thought? Alright, corruption is how high? That'll be fine. We'll get there. Oh, never mind. As soon as I started favoring them, all of a sudden everybody's resolve dipped just enough to make that a terrible idea. The coordination is wild. Harpies, it's humans. It's humans is always... Who doesn't have housing? It's the humans. Because we're always gaining humans relative to the others. Yeah, until we can get rid of this, we're in like actually kind of a really frustrating spot with all the housing stuff. Let me pull y'all over here for a second. We need to cut this out, even though it is going to cost us. It is going to cost us stuff. Obviously, it's going to cause hostility gains that we do not want, but we don't really have a choice. All right, so the last phase, what I remember is that one of the ways to clear the last phase is to have... I might be thinking of a fourth... You know what? Let's not guess. We're very close to this being done. Okay, Blood of the Stag it is. Okay, Crystal Feathers is like extremely doable. Service needs fulfilled is... It's wild how hard it is, actually. I guess we can take a thing now that we have another unlock available, but then that also doesn't show us any buildings that meet the religion need. It's just terrible stuff, you know? Friendly relations would be another point of resolve, and 2/3 of a point of resolve beyond that. That's pretty good. Queen's Feathers, we are not going to get anywhere near 25 people with their service needs met until we can get a religion building. And then the second we get that, we're all set. We're like permanently good. I mean, this is the thing we could just build somewhere. It doesn't really need to be something people get to. But I want to make sure that we get the tavern finished before I put it out. Before I put that up. We could also try to run metal feathers. Crystal feathers feels like it's the easiest way to go, right? Just keep meeting your trade routes. Yeah, that's actually a really great price there. And that gets us most of the way to Crystal Feathers by itself. You know, maybe we are going to finish the seal before we finish the reputation bar. I can't believe this isn't done yet. This is like... Alright, Plague of Blindness is everybody's sad. Okay, sure. Alright, you get out of there. We are not going to have the resources to upgrade that mine for quite some time. I forgot to re-enable these. Might need to... Oh, right. We lost a druid and I never reassigned. Okay, well. Pay that at the instant it's available. I certainly don't want to lose gathering nodes. We're pretty tight on gathering nodes as it is. So in order to get to Crystal Feathers, this is going to take us to 66. We would need to generate 14 more amber. So those two together will be sufficient. Do we have two? Yeah, we have two people fighting fires. Or fighting with fires. Unfortunately, we are going to start bleeding, and badly. And it's well, there's no sacrifice anyway. I was going to say, it's the two fire resources we don't have that allow for the reduction of hostility, but actually it doesn't matter because we don't have the ability to burn. We don't have the ability to sacrifice stuff anyway. I would really love... Okay, harpies are actually trending toward positive. Not before a bunch of them leave, obviously. But they're headed in the right direction now. Okay, we're allowed to take 4 harpies during the this thing, so very carefully, just keeping us just under the number that would be required for harpy villagers. That's fun. But the temporary need meeting is working at least. Okay. Whew. And it doesn't matter how many years it takes us to finish this settlement, because, like, time is up anyway, right? Okay, resolve is getting a little funky. Nope, never mind. Everything's fine. We just burned enough cysts, I think, to have a hostility drop there. Okay, everything's running as best it can. Let's bring in 4 new harpies. Let's get one of these. Porridge production up for every 150 units of drizzle water produced. It's kind of a bummer, but we are actually at least catching drizzle water. Every time you open or send 2 abandoned caches to the Citadel, you gain +1 to global resolve. Would have been pretty cool to get earlier. I think filling dish is the only thing that even kind of makes sense, but the fact is... No, yeah, let's take it, because I was going to say the fact is we're not really having food problems, but we are having complex food problems. We have, like, huge raw supplies of berries. That's no issue. Okay, you kind of just don't have good stuff for us here. These are, like, the least interesting resources that could... It's not even any planks, you know? I do have a lot of pipes. Will you buy pipes? No, you will not. Okay, whatever then. There's no more gathering nodes near this herbalist camp. Well, we do need mushrooms. So you'll just have to start working over here. That's a little inconvenient and hard to get to. Do I want to start a warehouse? I mean, like, we have the resources to put down a warehouse over here, right? And just kind of like ease things a little bit, and then also on top of that, it'll make things a little bit easier when we need to run resources out to the glade event. So I guess I'm not going to need to run resources out to the glade events, am I? Though we're not going to do them. We're just going to open the glades, I think. If I am remembering correctly how things work, which there is no guarantee that I am. Okay, I can definitely afford to sell some of this stuff. Actually, hold on just a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry for the cut, and also just kind of the generally scattered presentation today. I'm a little all over the place. It's just kind of how my brain is sometimes. So... we're making planks. We're trying hard to make planks. I guess the problem is the planks are getting used, right? Because I told I told them that they could burn planks for tool making. At this point, I guess we don't necessarily need that anymore. Yeah, let's let the tool making lapse. Our crystal feathers have come in. Let's commit those. And oh no, okay, we do have to complete the events. All right, I couldn't remember. Didn't have that right. Next up is the Plague of Mysteries. So we're going to get Grim Fate then. Grim Fate is going to kill 9 people. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, and there's literally nothing we can do about that. Okay, well then... we need 3.12 points of reputation. How are we going to manage this? I'm going to turn off this stuff again. Let's generate some coats and whatnot. Let's hold them in reserve for storm time. Where is my coat generation build? Are we making coats? Not really. We're kind of... Oh, right. Resin. Please use the rest of the resin. Maybe that's not a good idea. I actually don't know. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Focus on that stuff. I can't believe we just never found a building that would produce the, what do you call it? That would produce the religion need. I'm definitely considering pulling in Jadani now and trying to purchase stuff that fulfills needs from her. But I guess that's probably not where we need to be. This sale I'll make. This is like an okay price. We're gonna want to have some amber on hand to try to force some stuff, right? We're producing oil enough that we can probably afford to sell. Yeah, we can probably afford to sell sea marrow. We're producing enough oil. We'll have enough oil. It would be really cool to be able to do the essence push. But I just don't see it happening. And you have to maintain it for such a long time. Yeah, alright, let's get to work on the glade events. So have we made enough room here for whatever else we need? We have 5 people unhoused. We're all set on harpies. We're all set on frogs. It is just humans. It is always just humans. Okay, we have enough room. We don't have the materials for the housing, but we'll get there. Okay. So yeah, all there actually is the cutting through. I guess because we have one of these here. Oh, well, that's right. The forbidden glades are both touching this. This is why I built this. I know what I'm doing occasionally, some of the time. All right, let's just cut through to here. Good luck, everybody. Gained another point of reputation. Not that it is a particularly significant one. Okay, the harvesters have legitimately run out of stuff to do. Okay. We can, in theory, produce jerky. And try to have some bonus happiness food. Unfortunately, of course, it requires extra effort to cook, which really sucks. We could be doing this. This is worth doing. Pulling in some of those resources. I really wish we'd gotten normal fishing. Yeah, you're holding that down as best you can. Yeah, the problem here is that we've just been very limited on our ability to provide treats. Okay, mushrooms do good work. I think we do... Yeah, I think we do run people out here. We don't have a ton of these things, although we do have a trapper currently bringing some of them in. And you know, there probably never needs to be more than about 20 jerky. live at any one time. But, like, make some. We don't need to produce these. We definitely have enough just, like, people hanging around that we can throw some folks on hauling. And then, like, we don't have any resource nodes, really, that aren't being worked. We're just... Yeah, we're working... Yeah, we're doing what we can. We're doing what we can. We are definitely going to generate... We're going to be able to generate another point of approval, a point of reputation from Resolve over the course of the next, like, year or so. Okay, running low on food, but it's harvest season now, so I'm not too worried about that. And then, you know, we have 2 glades worth of events to try to get another 2 points of reputation out of. Shouldn't be a problem. This is reeds. We can sell reeds. We're about to have so much plant fiber, you know? That's a bummer. Even with the favoring, we're not hitting the thresholds, huh? Well, I do have the coats and boots turned off, of course. This, you know what? I'm just going to take 30 meat for that. We're just going to do our best to produce as much jerky as we can. This is still not finished somehow. Okay. We got a lightning catcher. We got an encampment. Okay. The lightning catcher is theoretically resolvable. We need a bunch of containers. I don't think pottery should actually be a problem for us, right? We have clay resources generating, like... We should actually be able to hit 60 pottery. And this is one where it has no downside while it's running. So if we can just get there, we can get there. Yeah. But we don't know for sure if it's actually safe to use all those resources or if we might want to have some of them earmarked for other stuff until we can also see the event over here. All right, show me this and let's figure out what our future looks like. Do I want to sell parts? That's interesting. We have 3 parts remaining. So I don't have enough parts to build anything out of anyway. Oh right, we're gonna get an order from this. I totally forgot that I did this on purpose even. Oh man, barrels of ale and a bundle of scrolls. That would be really cool if we could actually finish the damn tavern. And 50 hostility down. That would be really, really handy. Okay. That's cool. I think the answer is yes, I'm going to sell the tools. We don't have enough to make anything out of anyway, and this route will come back before the end of the storm, so we'll have the money for dealing with the merchant after the storm. And we're so close to this being finished. Let me assign 3 people to it. The planks are being generated right now. Please hurry. Alright, this is when we're gonna re-enable all of the stuff. Okay. So this thing has been opened. We have an ancient burial site. We have a cellar, which I think I will probably just try to scrap super fast. Because remember, if we are able to salvage this, it'll create a point of bonus resolve from the Crown Chronicles, or from the, whatever our service building up there is called. And then we have an excavate up here that we would love to produce 6 more tools for. This is something we would want to start after the storm. Okay. Yeah, this is all like very doable. Okay, so how do we want to reassign labor to make sure all this stuff gets done is the question. I think I do want to take this. Let all those services start getting run. Okay, that's fantastic. That's going to get finished like right as the storm starts. We're going to assign more people here. We're going to maybe even tell them to chill out on the jerky. And tell them to not make bricks for a little while. Like, we should have lots of clay income, theoretically. So hopefully we can get that stuff going. Do I want to assign a bunch of scouts to just like burn this cellar down real fast? We should be able to do this, right? And we don't even need the resources from it. We just need the timer to complete, and it'll give us a thing. And I think we're going to move y'all back over to here, just because this way the stuff's hitting the warehouse quickly. Okay, I think this is the best we could be prepared for this. Let's see some stuff happen. We got to turn tool production back on. But we don't need to go nuts with it. We may be able to buy the tools after the storm is over too. So that's happening. This is happening in theory, potentially, maybe. We'll see. Do you happen to have a bunch of clay? You have a little bit of clay. All right, let's let it run and see what happens. Seeing those resolve numbers climb. Okay, so they chose to kill the firekeeper, which is some really underhanded shit in my opinion. Okay, let's figure this out. So we lost one of the people devoted to this. That's probably one of the less important concerns. Oh, don't actually unpause, sorry. We could probably pull the people from the plantations. I think we can pull the people from all the plantations. Because I don't know, like, we have deliveries that need to get run, but I think the haulers can probably handle that. Haulers are intact. Firefighters are intact. Okay. This stuff is what we're burning right now, so I don't know that I'm going to pay that again. I think we might just let that happen. Okay. So, important stuff. This has to get maintained. That one's not optional. Farmer died, that's whatever. Rain collector worker. We probably need at least one person working the rain collector. You know what? No, I don't think we do. Stonecutter died. That's probably got to get solved. I would trade a trapper for that, I think. Provisioner. There should be somebody in the provisioner. Firekeeper. Gotta have a firekeeper. Brewer. It's a good idea to have brewers. Scout on that died. That's probably whatever. Waiter died. That's probably got to get fixed. Okay, and from there, it's looking like we're actually fine on resolve. Yeah. Everybody's okay, it hadn't adjusted yet all the way, but everybody's live. Okay, we're waiting on lumber for this, but nothing to do. As soon as this thing is offered to us, we take it. 4 tools is a no-brainer. Yeah, 4 tools and some planks is a no-brainer. All right, that order might even finish now, although I don't know that it's not super important that it do so. We're not selling any of those things. People need to be wearing those things. And so that's got us 13 of 15. Okay, I can turn off tool production again. We're good on that. Yeah, I don't know that it's like when they're finished with that stuff, we will be good. And this is a thing where we don't want to start running it until the season's over, though. Okay, so all that's left is to generate or purchase a whole bunch of containers, which in theory we're doing. And I think we're stable. Are we going to lose more people to the cysts? We might actually. I think we are going to overcorrupt, which is not great. Yeah, it's not awesome, but we did just gain a bunch of people who I have not assigned to anything. We just have like a bunch of people who aren't currently doing anything, which we can probably fix a little bit. I guess it doesn't like super matter. You know what? I'm not gonna worry about it. Let's worry about it after this happens. Okay, the good news is that should be the only one. Alright, so herbalist is dead. That's not acceptable. Place you on the farm. Place you over here. I guess there's no reason for that to be a human. Okay, I think we're doing... Yeah, we're doing all right. Sorry they keep like pausing everything. I'm just like very nervous. I don't know if that's obvious. So at this point, we're going to have to pay 45 oil. We have some extra oil in stock. I think we're going to be okay to pay it. Oh, did we? Oh, I was not paying enough attention, and we were low on resolve there. I'm looking at every other thing, everything except for the things I need to be looking at. Okay, let's go ahead and assign the people to the events at this point. Apparently, we're going to have to unassign some people from some other stuff. What is less important? The furnace, maybe? I don't know that we're actually like using all these people assigned to the furnace anyway. And as we often do, can we... Yeah, we can probably free up one person from the Blight Post right now. Let's just assign a harpy to Firekeeper so that people can run the shit back. Make the events occur. Of course, Zidani shows up and has no pottery for sale. Because why would she? Why would she do that? Nor does she have jerky. She does have the materials for jerky. That's something. Gain jerky when producing pie, you know? Actually. kind of interesting. But at this point, like, we're good, obviously. We're gonna get... Yeah, we're gonna get the required reputation from these things, so... Just a matter of time. We also get one of these. I don't know, 2 to clay production. Help make more pottery, I suppose. We are going to suffer some lightning strikes. That did not get started. All right, this one's running. We will not get the threat on that. Can we get to 45 oil? I thought we were good on this. Were we not good on this? Or is it just an issue of, like, nobody ran the oil? It's kind of weird to have haulers. It doesn't feel like... they always do the thing that they're supposed to be doing. They're not always pulling from places that make sense. Alright, the good news is that, generally speaking, buildings get turned into ruins is like a pretty low cost. They're usually easily resolved. Yeah, we hit the reputation off of people being blue anyway. Okay, there's nothing I can do to really juice this up. They're gonna take the time they're gonna take. Okay, and we have enough going anyway, so we can swap you back to human. And there it is. That's the end of that. In 6.5 minutes, that's the end of that. We might even be able to get harpy villagers finished. I don't know if is that valuable? Does that do anything for us? It gives us some scrolls. I suppose that would be something. Sure, I will sell. We sure do have bars. Alright, everybody's blue at the same time, and even so, just like the fire essence is so hard. You would have to have everything running all at once, I think. I mean, I say that it is the case that we've had unusually terrible luck as far as trying to hit our services on this one. Sure, and also this trapper's camp ran out of resources right at the exact same moment, and it is not going to get any more. Just run around and help people build stuff. Yeah. Obviously this is not ideal. But the settlement as a whole, I mean, was not like totally ideal. Okay. This one needs to get turned back on, and this one.
B2B?
We should tell y'all to start making bricks again. Okay. Those will get repaired. Not that it matters. All right, we have a mere 20 minutes to finish filling this bar. Yeah, this is not totally ideally played, but it's kind of weird. Like, in a way, the necessary standard of good play is a lot lower on the seal missions, because it no longer matters how much time you take to get things done. As long as the red bar doesn't fill up, your settlement can be 15 years long, and it's fine. It's not meaningfully different from it being, 3 or whatever. Plague of the Dark Forest. Hostility from dangerous and forbidden glades is increased. Yeah, no, that's pretty bad. That's not so good for us. But here we go. And it was nice that we, like, as we were trying desperately, scrambling to assemble our necessary chain of need fulfillment, which we never really did get. The little bits we picked up around the edges, just, tool production here, pot production there, it all ended up sort of uniting in the end. So I believe this is the last level up. That's an interesting part. Every time you sell goods worth 25 amber is going to include selling things via the trade routes. So this seems actually very powerful. Global resolve. Every time you sell goods worth 50 amber, but scouts work 10% slower. That's kind of annoying, but probably really good. Hostility is reduced by 40 for every level 2 hearth. Okay, yeah, these are some excellent cornerstones. Also, apparently, that's the first time we've had 20 villagers actually just hard die. Yeah. I kind of can't believe 20, really? Because we had 7 die all at once, or was it 9? We had a whole bunch die all at once. But did I really lose? I know we had a lot of people run away. Well, it is what it is. The game told us that it happened, so it happened. End the cycle. Only 2 more to go until, another great big anticlimax. Will we get credits again? I bet we don't. I bet not even. Whew. Okay, it begins. So, sorry, before we head out, though, deeds accomplished, let's get a cool new aesthetic structure. And also, okay, a cool new cornerstone that's actually kind of good sometimes. There will be times. And a royal visage for reforging the cobalt seal. We're doing good work out there. So we now have the entire upgrade tree available. I want to get to stocked caravans. The way there is through all this other stuff. We grab the embarkation points. I think that's pretty good. What other top level bonuses are we looking at here? 1 additional villager for each settlement. I like that a lot. Some more delivery lines. Those are pretty fun, although you don't get to use them all that often. +1 carry capacity is certainly compelling. But yeah, stocked caravans is where we're going here. So I wonder if that does affect the delivery lines. Like, will they produce, if it's a delivery line of 5 objects, will it produce 6 instead? Okay, it turns out we still have a lot of food left. So what else do we want? That grace period gain is pretty whatever. Obviously, we're also always getting the base stat improvements. More factions to trade with. Yeah, I suppose as far as the top of the line bonuses go, I think more villagers and worker capacity are the 2 that are really compelling. So I guess we can push toward worker capacity really quickly. We gain a permanent +5 to the storage capacity of every building in the settlement. Seems fine, at least fine. And then if we can just go somewhere where we can get some machinery, we might be able to pull this after the next settlement, maybe. Let's go have a look and see what that would look like. So we're only going to get 31 gears if we stop near one thing that gives gears, which means we will be, unfortunately, 2 gears short of that level up. That is a shame. Where are my seals? First of all, really far away. Secondly, titanium. So 75 seal fragments with, of course, the minimum prestige of 15. Now, the prestige you play at affects the number of seal fragments you get, right? Like, if we do this at 10, we get 6. If we do it at 11, is it any different? If we do it at 11, it's 7. And if we do it at, like, you know, none prestige, it's only 4. So, I guess ensuring that I'm going to have the seal fragments I need, like, playing high prestige as we're walking out there, would seem to be the way to do it. What's the other direction? There's always 2, right? Okay, pretty much directly east. So west by southwest or directly east. There's a fair number of question marks on the way here. That's not a bad route, it looks like to me. There's a sort of a long line of stuff we could follow out there. So what do we have here? Higher chance of receiving timed orders. 1 fewer cornerstone, but get a royal resupply. So, like, this would not be a terrible start. And then we can kind of, like, walk along this corridor here, the way out there. I think that's going to be the plan. We're not obviously going to start the next village here, but Blight Rot has a stronger impact. Okay. Without knowing the degree of that, obviously, it's a little tricky to say how much that's going to affect things. It doesn't seem like it's going to be as significant as the Prestige 10 penalty was. This is a fun biome. Yeah, this should be good. And I like doing the timed events when we can. We won't get quite enough machinery, but we'll refill our supply of artifacts. Then we just need to hit machinery somewhere else. Out there, somewhere. Have we seen all these other ones? Petrified necropolis. Rocks in this region have a peculiar shape and they smell funny. Dead villagers turn to stone. Gain 5 meat for every 10 stone and clay produced. I am pretty sure we have never played next to that one before. Twice the hostility each year, but every time a villager dies or leaves, hostility goes down by 15 points. That's interesting. One of your starting blueprints is a wild card. That's pretty good. Okay, yeah. I think that's going to be it. We'll start here. We'll head generally east through the corridor of interest. And then over here to the titanium seal. We have 80 years to acquire 75 seal fragments, earning 7 seal fragments per successful settlement, with, we know for sure, at least 1 royal resupply that we're going to earn. This should be doable. This seems like this should be doable. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we're going to see how doable it really is. And we'll see you then.